What's up, YouTube? I haven't made a video in a while, and there's reasons for that. I just got out of the hospital a couple days ago. I was having some problems in my left leg, and it felt to me to be a blood clot. The reason I know what a blood clot feels like is because I had one last year in the same leg, just further down in the calf. This time it was in the, or it is in the thigh, but on the outside of my thigh. Well, if this is your thigh, it's back here. It's on the outside where it starts to bend around to the back. Okay, makes any sense? It does. I don't know. But so anyway, I went to the hospital, and while I was at the hospital, I started having some trouble breathing, and they ordered a CAT scan with contrast. Contrast will show blood clots, and that's like the gold standard test if they're looking for blood clots or suspect you of blood clots. That's it. I mean, it gets no better than that test, supposedly. That's what I was told. So Emma, gonna make sure my puppy stays in here and don't go ruin one of my floors. But anyway, they do the CT scan and bring me back to the room, and before I know it, I've got two doctors standing there, and to start with I only had one, and they are asking me where I would rather be sent to hospital wise, and I said I'm not sure why, what's going on. Well, I had a blood clot hit my right lung. It's called a pulmonary embolism. It's still there. Still, I'm not going to say it's painful. It's sore, but I also don't have much feeling in my upper torso. But it's definitely hard to breathe or keep your breath. I'm not supposed to be up doing a whole lot. Just taking it easy, not elevating my blood pressure. When I elevate my blood pressure, my heart instantly starts hurting, my lungs starts hurting, and I'll just start sweating. And I know that because I got after my kids. Well, so anyway, I tell them, you know, I'm game wherever you want to send. So they go and they call another one of the bigger hospitals and talk to their doctors, and what they had come up with is I'm about an hour or so, hour and 20 minutes from a bigger hospital in Texas. Well, a lot bigger hospital in northwest Texas. So I talked to my doctor some more, and sorry, you can tell I'm beat. But anyway, we talked to the doctor some more, and they decided I should just stay where I'm at, due to the fact if I crash at this hospital, they can instantly put me on life support and life flight me from this hospital to there. And in doing that, if I were to go up to the big hospital, take the transport and go up there, I would only been saving 15 to 30 minutes. there would have been no difference in the long run, because what would have happened up there is they'd have slapped me on life support. The only difference is I would have got to ride on a helicopter and pay out the ass for it. So they decided to keep me here in their kind of ICU. It's only a little 25-bed hospital. It's a little hospital. So I stayed in the hospital for about 5 days. They were giving me stuff to try to thin my blood, and at first it wasn't working. My blood wasn't thinning down. I know one of the tests, and I don't know all the slang and shit, I'm just saying, one of the tests when they check your blood is supposed to be, and I think this is the clotting test, but the number that you're supposed to be under is 100, and they want you well under 100, because at 100 they're scared. Well, mine came back at 1100. That's 1100. So they were giving me shots in the belly, and I was taking pills too to thin my blood, and it took a while, 3 days, and nothing. They couldn't thin it down, and what they weren't taking into consideration is my size. And then another doctor got involved, and he was like, "You dummies, look how big he is." So they got it to come down and to be where it is, where they're comfortable with it, and they monitored me for a couple more days and then sent me home. So, sorry. So now I'm home, and it gave me a lot of time to think and wonder and all that. I'm only 36 years old, and when you have a brain disease and a spinal cord disease, I'm going to move my tripod a little here, so shaky cam. Ooh. When you already have a brain and spinal cord disease, and then something else like this shows up out of the blue and hits you, it's really daunting. It's hard on you. They don't know exactly why the blood clots are there. There's several factors that could cause it. The one being, I'm so overweight. I don't move around a whole lot because it is fucking painful to move around, so I don't move around. So, sitting on my ass, I more or less, I think, have done it to myself, but that's beside the point. The point is, I had a lot of time to think about this and just see how scared I really was. I was, come here, Emma. This is my pup. But, just to see how scared I really was, and face some stuff that I'd really not faced, and that being, death. When you have several doctors talking to you and asking you questions, and each day, they're telling you different shit, and they're bringing up death multiple times, and you're lucky you didn't die, you're lucky you were in the hospital when this happened, and you're lucky, you didn't put it off, because I put off going to the hospital several days. And they're like, you're lucky you didn't put it off anymore, because, there would have been a good chance that you would have died in your sleep. Because that blood clot, when it hit my lung, they said you can imagine the blood platelets and that going through your veins, or your arteries and veins, like a stack of coins. They just travel. And they're happy-go-lucky until the lead coin gets a little fucking cocked, or, sorry for my mouth, but it gets a little cocked off, and the other coins pile up behind it, and they said it's similar to a traffic jam on a highway. And the reason they start pumping that blood thinner so fast is so it thins down all the rest of the blood so it can get past this problem that's in the vein or in the artery, where it may be. So they said, you know, you're real lucky, and not having good feeling and stuff. I didn't feel it, so it could have been really tragic. That made me start thinking a lot about my family, my friends, my wife, my kids. It's really fucked up my my mood. I'm real short tempered, a sharp tongue, but I don't mean no harm. I just, for some reason, I'm having trouble expressing what's going on and how I feel, and I've been reading a lot of scripture, and I know some people out there aren't into that, and that's fine, but I am, and I've never been nearly into it as I am now. And how the fact that I'm going to start leading my family as a godly man, and I have to work on my mouth and stuff like that, and it takes time, and I'll pray for help, but I won't pray for help on that stuff until the stuff that I'm praying for now works out. And that being said is health, health and happiness, and I want to get a weight loss surgery, and I want to lose a bunch of weight, and there's just a lot of stuff I want out of life. I'm not ready to give life up. I'm very, very afraid of dying or death. That's a very scary reality. That's something that none of us are going to avoid, and it's very scary to me. Life is very short. It's very, very short. I've had a good friend that just passed away, and I've had other friends that passed, and I have friends getting knee replacements and this and that, and I think to myself, geez, you know, what have they done wrong? Why are they like this? And then I look at it, and I'm becoming a middle-aged man. Not an old man, but I'm well on my way. I'm very close to the age my dad was when my kids, at my kids' age. So when I was my kids' age, my dad was about my age. My dad lived to 67. He would have lived longer, but another story, he had asbestosis. We'll talk that some other day. But, and I look at that, that's only 30 more years. Only 30 more years older than what I am right now. And that is very frightening. I want to live to be an old, wrinkled up, old man, playing with my grandkids, you know, my cheekbones showing, you know, just an old man, a happy, healthy old man. I take all kinds of medications and stuff now, and it's hard. I watched a video this morning, and to be totally honest, I don't watch a whole lot of anybody on YouTube anymore, because it's not YouTube. When I started, I was looking for this like support system. Emma, come here. Come here, Emma. Emma, Come here. Hang on 1 second, please.